Hello guys, Imminent Storm here, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 3. Now just a couple of notes from the previous episode. Well, first off, this is my first series that I'm doing for my YouTube channel, so I haven't quite gotten everything dialed in just yet, and at least I found that the music audio was a little too loud for my taste in the previous episode, so I've toned it back a little bit. Hopefully it'll sound a little bit better. And one other little bit of housekeeping from the previous episode is that I forgot one piece of the interface that I didn't quite explain, which is this little thing over here. Which is a hierarchical breakdown of your military units, both your ground units, your naval units, your air units, that allow you to, kind of quick select, specific units. So you want to like jump to there, or you want to open up and jump over there, then you can. So it can be useful when you have a large military and you want to, hop around pretty quick. You need to find out where things are. So, I just wanted to mention that. What were we doing here? Okay, right. We were reorganizing our military and trying to get everybody into position so that we got a good idea of what we were doing and what we needed to do to kind of beef up and fill out the army to prepare for the coming wars. So, what we would do is set the political map mode. We're going to unpause the game and get everything rolling here. Now, what I did previously was I got this corps set up with 5 divisions in it, this corps set up with 5 divisions in it, and I have this other corps with just a single infantry division, which will fill him up later. So over here on the western front, we have a bunch of corps, and I want to get these reorganized so that we can then start, establishing our line on the front here. So we have 4 infantry divisions in this corps, we have 3 in this corps, we have 3 in this corps, 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay, so what we want to do is I want to take one of these corps, and I'm just going to pop these guys off. I'm actually just going to take the whole corps, select all of them, and I'm just going to hit this button right here. It's going to detach everything in that stack. Oh, we got a bunch of new ministers. They just got appointed by the AI for our government. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take this 10th Army Corps unit here, and I'm going to start moving it over here to serve as the command structure for this eventual set of divisions. New law enacted, 3-year draft. Okay, so that's a new law that our AI just put into place. Additional manpower modifier, reserves penalty impact, officer recruitment increase. It's so that should help things out a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these divisions here and stick it in the 7th Army Corps. So we're just going to attach 7th Army Corps, and then we're going to start moving them over there. Alright, we're going to take these guys, and this is what, the 9th Army Corps? We're going to attach them to the 9th Army Corps. Oh, no, wait, that's the wrong one. Oh, that's the 11th Army Corps, sorry. The 11th Army Corps, there we go. And there. Okay, so now we now have 2 stacks of 5 infantry divisions there. And what we want to do, looks like Switzerland is taking steps to align themselves to the Axis. Okay, that's interesting, these guys here. They'll probably never actually join. Maybe, who knows? We'll see. Alright, what we want to do is, okay, we got 4 stacks of 3 here. Again, what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're just going to detach everything in here. We're going to take 2 of these guys, This is the 9th Army Corps. We're going to go ahead and attach them to the 9th Army Corps. We're going to find this guy. We're going to attach them to the 9th Army Corps. Start moving those guys over there. So now we have, what's this? This is the 5th Army Corps. So this guy here, this guy's going to attach to the 5th Army Corps. Move over here. Right, so this core is just, we're just going to move it over there and just kind of get it out of the way. So this guy's got 4 in it. So what we'll do is we'll just take one of these guys, we'll attach it, and then we will... Which one of these guys was it? This one. Attached to the 5th Army Corps. Okay, grow. Alright, so now we got 5. Okay, so we have 4 stacks of 5 for 20 total divisions. And then we have 2 divisions just kind of sitting over here at the moment. So then we have 10, 11. So actually what I'm going to do here is I'm going to disconnect these guys. I'm going to take these infantry divisions and I'm just going to redeploy them over to the Eastern Front so that they're going to become part of the Eastern Front. And then we're going to just take this, and we're going to move it over there, and because we'll get some infantry units that we'll get some infantry divisions that we'll fill in there eventually. Now, so that leaves us with a total of 33 infantry divisions. Now, one thing to note here about these infantry divisions, so if we select one of these, they only have 3 brigades or regiments in them. Now, we can have up to 4 brigades in a division, so these are not up to as high a strength as they could be. So what we want to do is we want to go and let's just check and make sure that everything here is where it should be. We want to create brigade attachments. So we're not going to build an entire divisions. We're just going to create some brigades that we can then attach to existing divisions. Now, actually, if we go back for a minute, one thing also that I wanted to mention here, I don't think I mentioned it previously, was the idea of a combined arms bonus. So if I go to create a division and I say I want to be infantry, and I stack just 4 brigades of infantry, okay? If you look down here, we have all these different symbols: infantry, armored, artillery, direct fire, support, and this little thing, combined arms bonus for combat, is 0, because these are all the same type of arms, right? These are the same type of units, so they don't provide any, you don't get any bonus from mixing them together. So, which is why when I set them up, you throw in any tank, you throw in artillery, you get a 10% bonus to the strength of this unit because you have mixed units. So, because all of my existing infantry divisions are just infantry, they have no other types of units mixed into them, they're not getting any combined arms bonus. So what I want to do is when I create brigade attachments, I want to create something that's other than infantry that we can put in to these infantry divisions to to beef them up, but also get some of that bonus that will then make them better. So we know that an infantry unit here, if you look at the speed, it moves at 4 kilometers per hour top. So putting faster units in there is fine, but if it's a high IC, it's kind of a waste of IC. So what we want to do is we want to give something that's going to give these some extra punch. Now, artillery wouldn't be a bad idea in that it we'll give you. See, we have salt attack. Salt attack of 4. So that'd be great against infantry and fortified positions. Let's see, infantry itself has a soft attack of 2, but we have absolutely no hard attack whatsoever. So and very little, piercing. So if they come up against armor, they're going to run into trouble. So what I'm thinking is I want to use anti-tank guns. A, they're cheap, and B, they only take, they're fairly quick to build, and they're going to give some additional hard attack to these units so that they become more versatile. So we're going to queue up some anti-tank guns. These are 30mm Pack 35s, or 37mm Pack 35s. And what we're going to do is we need 33 of them. So I'm going to queue up a whole bunch of 11 of them in 3 sets. So we're going to start production. And that puts a whole bunch of these guys here. Now I want these out as quick as possible, so I'm going to just move them all to the top. And I'm going to make sure that our rocket test site's still the priority here. So I just want to get that done out of the way, because look at this. It takes 31 IC to build that. That is a massive amount of IC being devoted to that one item. And it's going to be finished October 7th of this year. It's going to take a while to build. But I just want to get that done and out of the way. Alright, so again, make sure these are distributed out. And then, okay, so we're good. There. We're just let those build. Now, one other thing to concern about is this little group of divisions here as well. We only have 4 divisions, so if you can just go ahead and just attach these to the 10th Army Corps right away. 10th Army Corps, 10th Army Corps. There. Now these light armored divisions are fine. They got, light armor, they have motorized infantry, they have engineers. So that's fine. They're going to get a combined arms bonus. That's a well-built division there. This SS division, though, only has 3 motorized infantry units. So what we want to do is we also want to go do a brigade attachment. So Waffen SS, and they're motorized infantry, but these guys can move quick because they have trucks. So we want to get another brigade that we can attach to that division that also can move relatively quickly, so that we can take advantage of the speed that this unit can move at. So, but we also want to get some hard attack because, again, for versatility's sake. So, had tank destroyers, but they can only move at 6 kilometers per hour. What else have we got? Not a lot here. So I could throw a light armored division in there. That's a lot of IC though. Tank guns are too slow. You know what I'm thinking? I'm going to go with motorized anti-aircraft guns. 20mm flak 30s. Because not only will that help, if they get attacked by aircraft, but it gets some piercing attack. So, in a pinch, they can take these AA guns and point them at tanks and shoot tanks with them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build one of those. Oh, we don't want 3 of them. We just want 1. We're going to start production on it, and we're going to shoot it to the top because we want to get that to get done sooner rather than later. Okay, good. Now, also for this core here, we need another division. So, another thing we want to do actually is go to production. We want to make a motorized infantry division. We go with 2 motorized. We're gonna go with an armored car, so that we get some bonus there, and I think we're gonna go with those motorized AA again. Just keep them fast, because these guys are going to want to move. We're only going to build one of those for now. And again, we're going to shove that to the top. Keep that, make sure that's on the top. And there we go. Let that tick over and see how the IC distributes out. Because it updates at the beginning of every day. So of our ships being built. Alright, yeah, so we lost some IC on the Scharnhorst and Gneisenau. So, but we want to keep our infantry being produced, so that's perfectly fine. Also, I think I missed a couple of technologies here that should be queued up. Heavy cruiser, yeah. And I think it was over here in air. Logistical strike tactics. Nav pilot training. There we go, nav ground training. Again, reviewing the previous episode, I noticed that I missed a couple of things. So, got that taken care of. Alright, so now they got that all queued up, what I want to start doing is now getting these units where they're going to need to be when we do actually go to war. So I'm going to start distributing them across along the French line here. So we take this Corps headquarters, we're going to move it down there, and then we're going to move these divisions into place. Offenburg, so we're going to do that there, you there, you there, you there, you there, you there, and then just the purpose of these guys is to simply create a defensive line along the French front. Because as you can see here, this little symbol right here means that there is a fortress there, right? They have fortresses, they have anti-aircraft guns, they got all kinds of stuff there that's going to make attacking them hard, because this is the Maginot Line. So, you know, like the Germans historically, I have no intention of directly attacking any of these fortresses. It's just pointless to try to do it. What we're going to do is we're going to go through Belgium, just like they did in the real thing. So we're going to blow away Belgium, blow away Luxembourg. We're going to be one of the first nations to fall. And then we're going to basically swing around behind the Maginot Line, roll up behind them, cut them off, and then wipe out everything that, gets caught. So, and then march across France and take the rest of the country. At least that's the plan anyway. So, here we go. We got this guy here. What we're going to do is we're just going to move him over here, because this is a bunch of... make sure we get the whole stack. Okay. So, this is just a bunch of foot infantry. We're basically just going to use it to fill in, protect flanks, hold territory that our armored divisions are going to conquer. So, speaking of armored divisions, one thing I might want to also put into production here is another light armor here. So actually the light armor that we currently can produce are Panzer Is. So actually we probably are spending a lot of IC to upgrade our current like tractors to Panzer Is. which is fine. So we're going to put a motorized infantry in there, and we're going to put... what else are we going to put in there? We want something that's relatively quick. I guess we're going to go with the armored cars. Yeah, that should be fine. We're going to make 3 in parallel, 1 in serial. I'm only going to make 1 instead of these. And then we're going to make a set of motorized infantry. Again, with the armored cars and the motorized AA. I need some units with some artillery in it eventually. The artillery is just so dang slow. Actually, we're going to do 2 in parallel there. Actually, I think... Yeah, I got artillery actually coming in the current infantry divisions that I'm building. So, we're going to have that artillery punch once those guys are produced. Alright. So, good. There we go. Nope, there we are. We're all distributed out, so we got this entire line fortified. So, French won't be able to just march across the line and start taking our territory when we eventually go to war with them. Alright, so we're going to start doing the same over here with Poland. Now, we're just going to move these guys out along that line. We don't have enough in there to actually fully protect that pocket, but it should be okay. Speaking of, I actually want to make sure that we get some transports in this queue. So we're going to start production on some transports so we can start moving troops around eventually. They're low priority, but I at least want to put them in the queue. Oh, what do we got here? Up here is where we're actually going to see alerts whenever there's going to be anything, specific alerts that we'll need to pay attention to. So this is a national decisions available. We got reoccupation of the Rhineland. Because we just moved all of our units into the Rhineland so we could get the bonus, the effects here. So we get, we lose 2 in descent, we gain 500 money, we gain 250 manpower, 2 unity, and, France, United Kingdom, Belgium, Netherlands just kind of not like me for doing that, but whatever. Alright, so we've reoccupied the Rhineland. And back to what I was doing here. I want to take these guys. So we're going to do just strategically redeploy. We're going to start moving these guys out. Actually, I mean, I'm going to redeploy those guys. So these guys are going to take up these positions, so I'm going to move those guys there. You go there. You go there. You go there. Nope, no. You go there. You go there. And you go there. Okay, so we're going to start basically filling in this line here. Okay. We're going to attach these guys to that core. If you notice that when you go to attach a unit, that the list here is organized in by range. So the guy at the top is going to be the closest command unit to that division. So when you know that's the only one in the area, that's usually the one you want. Go ahead and stack it. All right. So we got everything all organized here. And now we just need to get units produced and get everything all pumped out and technology worked on and just keep moving on. So what we're going to do is we're just going to crank the speed up, let everything just kind of roll here. And one thing I like to do every so often is just pop into production, click these, make sure everything is distributed where it needs to be. But because we haven't set to prioritize upgrades, the unit's going to be adjusting those. I mean, the AI is going to be adjusting those on its own, but doesn't always quite get it quite right. But that's fine. We're just going to roll here, add some speed, and let everything just kind of move along. As far as technology goes, we got those rolling along. What we really are interested in are these light tank technologies, because once they get done, here they are. June 6th, looks like, so we can get the armor. Then that'll unlock the medium tank brigade, and then we can start building medium tanks. Alright. Oh, what's this? The graph speed's done. Okay. Deploy that out there, and then merge it into the existing fleet. Okay. We got this mountain division. Still not sure what we're going to do with that yet. So I really I'm not gonna need any mountain units for a good long while, because if we open up our terrain map mode, I mean, there really aren't any mountains we're going to be dealing with. I mean, there's no mountains in France, there's no mountains in Poland, and there's no real mountains in Russia either, until you get down to the Urals. Or not the Urals. The Urals are over here. These are the Caucasus. The mountain troops are not really that necessary at the moment. It all depends on what I want to decide to do with Romania. If I'm gonna leave Romania alone or not. I don't think about it. So, a reorganization of the War Ministry. The administration of the War Ministry has been quite dissatisfactory lately, to say the least. Unfortunately, this view isn't shared by all members of the government. On the bright side, one of your highest-ranking officers was offered to arrange a minor scandal just to give a reorganization of the ministry some legitimacy. So we need more ministers like him. Let's slow this down. It's going to give a leadership modifier of plus 5%, daily descent change plus 10%. So you get some leadership and expense for some descent. Or that's just ridiculous, we're going to just gain straight up 3 descent. So you know what, we're going to need more ministers like him. Then what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to redistribute the IC, because now we all of a sudden need a ton more consumer goods to deal with that descent change until that effect wears off. Yeah. But the additional leadership modifier is useful, because we'd have to do that anyway just to get that descent down. So as you can see, the slider AI has slid everything around, and now we can research 29.95 research at a time, technologies at a time. And so that allowed us to actually start researching this heavy bomber pilot training. Alright. And how is production going? Good. We got these are nearing completion. They'll be done April and May. All these guys are going to be done May 2nd. And we got this stinking rocket test site, but it's absolutely necessary to get that. Now, there are a couple of other things that I want to do here. Finland. Finland canceled our most generous trade agreement of money for energy. Alright. Actually, I can't do that yet because I don't think... No, I don't have the technology to build radar stations. Where is that, by the way? Oh, here. 1939. It's pretty late. Oh well. Radar stations are very, very useful for helping to kind of get a good sight of what your opponents are doing. So as soon as we can build those, we want to start building them, but we just can't do that yet. Is there anything else that we can really do yet? I don't think so. We're just kind of rolling along, waiting for everything to get done. Italy enforced puppet on Ethiopia. Finland canceled another trade agreement. Alright, so Italy conquered Ethiopia down here. Italy is actually not part of the Axis yet. And actually they puppeted Ethiopia. So yeah, Japan out here, nothing's happened with Japan and China yet. I don't think that war starts until next year sometime, when Japan starts invading China, and USA doesn't get involved in anything for a good long while. December 7th, 1941, to be specific. Alright. Well, we kind of got everything set up here, and we're just kind of in a holding pattern as we wait for technologies to complete, as we wait for units to construct. So this is a good spot to kind of end things for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.